Hello, this is a two-part video that has a total of 14 tips on how to prevent single strand knots. In this first video, there will be 7 tips, and you'll have to watch the second video to get the other 7 tips. I hope you enjoy. Hello, this is Ruby Ebony Curls, and today I want to share with you about single strand knots. If you have type 4 hair or very curly hair, you will at some point probably experience single strand knots. And me personally, I didn't begin to experience single strand knots until about a year into my hair journey, when I had around 5.5, 6 inches of hair. That's when I started to experience. For those of you that don't know, single strand knots are when one strand of your hair loops around itself and it makes a little knot on your hair. Okay, here's one example of a knot on the end of someone's hair. This is how it would look up close, probably under a microscope. And this is an example of how it looks with a rope. Basically, it's one strand of hair that knots itself. That knotting, if you don't, take care of it, will cause your hair to tangle more. Sometimes the knot will cause that piece of the hair strand to be weak and it'll break off and you end up getting split hairs. So single strand knotting, at least on my hair, was really bad. These are some of the things that I found that has been very beneficial in preventing single strand knots for me. First is fully detangling. When my hair was shorter, when I first BC'd, the first year, I would really only detangle my hair really good. I'm not gonna lie, maybe 2 times a month. And I would just do wash and goes and kind of just, finger detangle with my hand in the shower. I was not properly detangling my... The second thing is using good detangling tools. Tried the Denman, and that was not good for me personally, for my type of hair. So I really don't like to use the Denman. I will only get my Denman out if there's some kind of major tangling and I need to gently just kind of comb through the ends. But for going through my whole head, the Denman is a no-no. It was just taking out way too much of my hair. So I like to use large tooth combs, which I'll show you a couple of the large tooth combs I use. And I also have I guess like a double tooth comb. I don't know what it's called. Okay, quickly I want to show you. These are the combs I use for detangling my hair. I'll keep a little small comb just to go through the ends if I don't feel like using, if the Denman isn't getting out. The other thing that really helps is detangling hair only while dripping. I never detangle my hair dry. Now I know that there are other naturals that can do this and it successfully works for them, but my hair is coily. And it will, if I detangle my hair dry, that actually gives me more knots. So I never detangle my hair dry. I always detangle my hair soaking wet with a good slippery conditioner on it. The type of conditioner you use for detangling is important, because there are some conditioners that you can use that may be good and they may soften your hair, but they may not necessarily be good for detangling. I found that conditioners that have a lot of slip in them, like Aussie Moist, are good for detangling. When I do want to use another conditioner and it doesn't have a lot of slip in it, I will add my oils. I usually use add extra virgin olive oil or extra virgin coconut oil, and I found that these 2 oils are really good and it allows me to get a lot of slip. And the other thing that really helped was washing in sections, braids, or twists. Like, that's right there, like a lifesaver. And basically what I do is part my hair down the middle in 4 sections, and I will either take pins and clip each section up, or I would take these little things. They're not rubber bands, but they're kind of like cloth and they don't have any metal clips. I like them. They don't snag your hair. I take those and wrap up each section of my hair, and when I get into the shower, I let my hair get saturated with water, and I wash, if I'm washing my hair that day, or co-wash each section individually and detangle each section individually. And when I'm done, I usually twist it back up and either put the rubber band or the snap back up with a safety pin or a clip, whatever I have in my hair at that time. And that has dramatically helped me to reduce single strand. This was like very key, this next one, keeping my hair moisturized. That was key. In the first year of my natural journey, I really only deep conditioned once or twice a month. Even though I was doing a lot of wash and goes and co-washing, sometimes I was not deep conditioning my hair. And I can honestly say from then to now that I deep condition my hair at least a minimum of once a week, and I rotate between a protein and a moisturizing conditioner, since I've been doing that, my hair has dramatically changed. I mean, it's so soft all the time. It doesn't really get tangly. It doesn't feel dry. I don't feel like I have to every day mist my water. Like this is a 2-day-old wash and go that I pinned back. And I don't feel like it's not dry. I don't feel like I have to spritz anything on it. It's really soft. So I think keeping my hair moisturized by properly, just deep conditioning it on a regular schedule has really helped my hair not to get the ends not to be so dry and ratty and tangle around each other. This was also really important. Sealing my ends. Your ends are the part that usually get dry, and it's the dryness that your ends are the part that usually get dry, and it's the dryness that sometimes causes the hair to swirl around, and sometimes it'll tangle onto other hair, sometimes it'll tangle onto itself. A lot of times, like that clip I showed earlier, sealing my ends was very beneficial in preventing single strand knots. And there are different things that you can use on your ends. You have to find out what oils work better for you. Some people use olive oil, some people use something thicker like castor oil, or for me, I like to use Elasta QP mango and olive oil cream, because it's even though it says it's a moisturizing cream, for me it's just too thick to be a moisturizer, so I use it a lot on sealing my ends, and it works great. My ends are always sealed, and they're stayed the way you seal them, and they're nice and soft and moisturized. And I'll do a video showing how I seal my ends.